In this episode of Cinematic Story, we bring you the tale of Sadhu Sundar Singh, a man who gave up everything for his faith and whose disappearance remains a mystery even today. The story is one of love, loss, and the unwavering spirit of a man who changed the face of Christianity in India. Before we begin, please subscribe for more such incredible journeys. Once upon a time in the 19th century, in the heart of Punjab, there lived a wealthy landowner called Prithvi Chand. He was respected by all and was blessed with a beautiful wife named Diakor and a son they lovingly named Sundar Singh, meaning the son of the beautiful. Little Sundar grew up amidst luxury. He had every material comfort one could ask for, yet his heart remained heavy. You see, despite being surrounded by opulence, Sundar's soul yearned for something beyond the walls of his mansion. It longed to connect with the divine. Every night he would pray to God, asking for guidance and hoping to find his purpose in life. One day, while wandering in the vast fields near their home, Sundar met an old sadhu, a holy man who lived a simple life detached from material possessions. The sadhu, noticing the turmoil in Sundar's heart, took him under his wing and began teaching him about spirituality and the importance of living a pure life. Under the sadhu's guidance, Sundar learned the ways of meditation, how to quiet the mind and seek solace in the depths of his own being. As the years passed, Sundar's faith grew, but his parents remained oblivious to his spiritual awakening. They were too caught up in the social standing and wealth to notice their son's inner transformation. Then tragedy struck. Sundar's mother, Diakor, fell gravely ill. Despite their best efforts and the finest medical care, she didn't recover. She passed away, leaving a void in Sundar's heart that nothing could fill. Grief-stricken, Sundar blamed God for taking his mother away from him. Why would a benevolent God allow such suffering? He questioned. In his despair, Sundar turned to alcohol and began frequenting taverns, trying to drown his sorrows in oblivion. Yet no amount of drink could quench the fire of his anguish. One fateful day, Sundar's father arranged for him to marry a girl from a respected family. But marriage and the prospect of starting a new life did little to ease the wound in Sundar's heart. On the day of his wedding, overwhelmed by a sudden surge of emotion, he ran away from the ceremony. He fled to the railway tracks outside the town, collapsing on the ground in a fit of despair. There, in the desolate solitude of the railway tracks, Sundar cried out to God, pouring his heart out in a final prayer. He vowed that if God revealed himself to him, he would devote his life to serving him. Otherwise, he declared, he would rather die. As his tears mingled with the dust and dirt around him, he lay down, surrendering to his fate. At that moment, a brilliant light enveloped him. And when Sundar opened his eyes, he found himself face to face with Jesus Christ. Overwhelmed with emotion, Sundar fell at Jesus' feet, tears streaming down his face. Jesus, radiating warmth and compassion, extended his hand and helped Sundar to his feet. In a language that resonated deep within Sundar's soul, he spoke to him, conveying messages of love, hope, and divine purpose. Jesus told Sundar that he had been sent to guide him and help him find his true path in life. After their encounter, Sundar felt an overwhelming sense of peace and clarity. The darkness in his heart lifted, and he knew that he had found the answers he had been seeking for so long. With newfound determination, Sundar decided to dedicate his life to God. He understood that his purpose was to share the message of love and salvation that Jesus had taught him. However, as he turned his back on his previous life, he realized that this path would not be easy. He knew that he would face challenges and persecution, but he was resolute in his commitment to his newfound faith. Upon returning home, Sundar announced his decision to his family, expecting their support and understanding. But his announcement was met with shock and disbelief. His father, once a symbol of love and care, now looked at Sundar with cold, accusing eyes. His words cut deep, questioning Sundar's sanity and lambasting him for abandoning his religion and family traditions. Sundar's family, deeply rooted in their cultural beliefs, couldn't comprehend why he would choose Christianity over their shared faith. He felt betrayed and abandoned, and their rejection wounded Sundar deeply. Determined to stay true to his faith, Sundar moved out of his family home, leaving behind the life of privilege he had always known. He began traveling from village to village, sharing the message of Christianity and offering solace to those in need. Along his journey, he faced countless obstacles, from hostile religious leaders to skeptical villagers. But through it all, Sundar remained steadfast in his mission. As news of Sundar's miraculous healing and profound teaching spread, more and more people started to seek him out. His reputation grew, and soon he was known throughout the region as a man of God. Despite the adulation, Sundar remained humble and focused on his mission. One day, rumors of Sundar's miraculous powers reached the ears of a powerful religious leader named Shah Muhammad, who resented the growing popularity of Christianity in the area. Enraged by Sundar's influence, Shah Muhammad assembled a group of zealots and set out to confront him. When Sundar learned of the impending danger, he continued his mission without hesitation. He knew that fear would not serve him well, so he chose to face his attackers head-on. Upon seeing Sundar and his followers, the mob attacked, armed with sticks and stones. They beat Sundar and his companions mercilessly, leaving them severely injured. But before they could do any more harm, Sundar's followers, though outnumbered, bravely defended him, giving the wounded men time to escape. Seriously hurt, Sundar stumbled along with his followers for days, enduring excruciating pain and exhaustion. Throughout their journey, they were hunted relentlessly by Shah Muhammad's goons, making their escape almost impossible. Finally, when they neared the Tibetan border, Sundar's strength began to fail him. He collapsed on the ground, unable to continue. As his followers gathered around him, worried for his life, a group of mysterious Tibetan monks appeared, offering them shelter and medical aid. The monks who had been following Sundar's journey recognized him as a beacon of light and took him under their care. At their monastery, Sundar received treatment for his wounds and slowly regained his strength. During his recovery, the monks shared stories of Tibetan culture and spirituality, further enriching Sundar's understanding of the world. When Sundar was well enough to travel, the monks accompanied him across the Himalayan foothills, ensuring his safety and providing support. Upon reaching the Tibetan border, the monks bid farewell to Sundar, wishing him the best in his mission. Despite the hardships he had endured, Sundar's spirit remained unbroken. His faith in God and his commitment to spreading love and compassion had only grown stronger through his trials. From the foothills of the Himalayas, Sundar's path led him to the bustling streets of European cities. He became a prominent figure, captivating audiences with his tales of faith and resilience. Yet amidst the applause and admiration, a sense of unease lingered in Sundar's heart. He yearned for a simpler life, feeling somewhat confined by the expectations placed upon him by his followers and the societal circles he now frequented. Despite the adulation, Sundar's heart ached for the tranquility of his early life, free from the burdens of fame and the complexities of modern society. He missed the purity of his initial faith and the simplicity of his teachings. Though celebrated as a spiritual leader, he felt a growing disconnect between his inner self and the world around him. The glitz and glamour of city life seemed hollow compared to the depth of his spiritual journey. He poured his heart and soul into his work, traveling extensively and establishing schools and ashrams. These institutions became beacons of hope and enlightenment, offering education and spiritual guidance to thousands of people. His letters, imbued with wisdom and faith, became a source of inspiration for many seeking solace and understanding in their own lives. Yet as his influence grew, so did the opposition. Religious extremists who couldn't accept his unorthodox teachings plotted against him, determined to silence his message of love and tolerance. But Sundar remained steadfast in his beliefs, unafraid of the persecution that came his way. Throughout his life, Sundar's health was often compromised, due to his arduous travels and the numerous attacks made on him. However, he pressed on, driven by his unwavering commitment to his mission. Finally, in 1929, as he embarked on a journey to Tibet, Sundar's body gave way. At the age of 37, he collapsed on the road near the Tibetan border and breathed his last breath. To this day, nobody knows what happened to his mortal remains. Some believe that his body disappeared, leaving behind only his legacy of faith and service. Others claim that it was taken to a secret location known only to a few, but all agree that his spirit continues to live on in the hearts of millions he touched during his lifetime. Sadhu Sundar Singh's life serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration. His unwavering faith, courage in the face of adversity, and boundless compassion continue to touch people around the world. Whether we look to his extraordinary beginnings, his courageous journey, or his selfless service, we are reminded of the transformative power of belief and the importance of living a life guided by love and kindness.